afternoon, you guys. So today I wanted to share with you what I'm going to do with that structure right there. We bought that. Let me take you over there so you can see it. So we bought this structure to put it together with that right there, and that whole thing would be the duck pen. But what we're gonna do is, because we have I think 9 ducks there and we're about to harvest 3 or 4, and the reason why is because we're planning on breeding the ducks, and when they have the babies there would be more ducks in that structure, so we wanted to add this extra space. And then we changed our minds and I said when they have eggs and they lay the eggs and they hatch them, we'll take the babies out, the ducklings and the mom, and raise them separately over here. But at the same time, I need a greenhouse for my plants that I sell in my plant sale twice a year, because my room is getting full, my spare bedroom that I have as a plant room. So what I'm gonna do is, not right now, they're not even mature enough to lay eggs. So what I'm gonna do, who knows, they might lay eggs next year, because I think in the winter they don't lay eggs. But I'm gonna cover this side right here with greenhouse plastic, and then on the top I'm gonna take that tarp off and I'm gonna put shade cloth in there to get shade in there. And I'm going to put the plants in there right now that are suffering from wind damage, which would be my tomatoes and my beans, my green beans. We've been having weather reports and warnings of high winds, strong winds, even up to 50 miles an hour. So the tomatoes and the beans are really suffering. So that is the reason that I'm going to put the plastic here. So because usually the winds are coming towards the north this way and they're hitting this way. So I'm going to put the plastic there to protect the plants from the wind. Everything else is going to be just chicken wire, except for the top. That's going to be the shade cloth. I was debating on maybe even putting plastic all the way up to here, maybe, because the wind still will hit, but there'll be the shade cloth will be there. I don't want to put any more plastic because I don't want it to become an oven in there. Okay, I want airflow, so I'm leaving everything else just open and just putting the plastic there. And we'll see. We have a warning for high winds this next week, and I think even the weekend, I don't know, but today is Wednesday, so I think the winds are coming next week. We'll see how the plants fare. If I need to put plastic here and maybe just that area, half of that area, I'll put plastic. If not, then obviously I'll just leave it like that. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is the plastic that I bought on Amazon. That is the greenhouse. I bought this plastic a long time ago. It's just been sitting in my room a long time. So I'll try to find the link and put it in the description box below. But yeah, let's open it. It's actually pretty strong plastic. I mean, obviously it has to be. I think there's different thickness. There's different thicknesses, and I got the 6 mil. Yeah. Okay, so I have measured what I need from there to there, and just a couple inches extra, and that's 159 inches. So I need to cut the plastic to that size. And how I'm going to attach this plastic, greenhouse plastic for now, is I'm going to use these clamps my husband has. Okay, I was able to tie them kind of close together, and also if the winds get really bad, it won't flop up and down because they'll be tied up to the chicken wire. Okay, so we have some shade in here. I just need to clean in there, of course, and I'm gonna bring my plants and put them here. Good morning. It is a few days since I built that greenhouse, and I wanted to show you. I moved in my tomatoes and my green beans because they're being very sensitive. Like I said, we had that windstorm. It was really bad, and it tore up a bunch of the leaves for the green beans. So I put them in here. Let me show you. Okay, so I put my shade cloths. These shade cloths, I ordered them. They've lasted me forever, really good quality. And these, my neighbor was so kind to just give me these. He gave me a few of these used black shade cloth. And this is one of them. And over there in the back, I put another one. So I moved my container tomatoes in here. Well, I only have container tomatoes. They were stressing, they were struggling, so we don't have a lot of fruit. And they had the curl leaves because they're not diseased or anything. They dried up. They were drying up. The tomatoes were drying up because of that windstorm. And yeah, I mean, damaged leaves from the wind. And so I brought them in here. And yes, I know the stakes are too short and they're too weak, and some of them are tilted. I understand that. I'm not a professional gardener or anything, master gardener or nothing. I do what I can in my backyard, so this is what I had. And I tie them up to continue growing. Some have those tall stakes that reach all the way to the top, and when they reach the top of the stakes or the top of the string, I will trim them, keep pruning the tomato plant so that it only produces in the body of the plant that it has. This was not meant to be a greenhouse. This was an emergency. I wanted to save my tomatoes, and I brought them in here. This structure was supposed to be an extension to that duck run. But yeah, we have, and I mean, the space is so small, it didn't fit to put all the tomatoes in the tallest or the highest part of the structure. So I had to leave these two tomatoes, and these are going to be shorter tomatoes. When they reach the very top, which it has already, I think, I'm just going to keep trimming it, and I get the tomatoes that I get, and that's it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tomatoes. These are Amish paste. I know there is a Brandywine in here. But I made a mistake of just labeling the all to Amish paste, but I know there's a brandy one. My problem here are rabbits and birds. Dexter, he's eating my watermelon leaves. They come in here and they do this. We're looking for worms. And I hate it. You know? So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put bird netting around the exposed area, because obviously they can't get in through here, but they're getting in through all this. So I'm gonna have to buy bird netting just to put, and the problem is that even if I put bird netting, they can get underneath there, so I'm gonna have to cover all that. And it's just been so hot. I've seen them like go underneath that. And look how big this opening is. You know? So I'm gonna have to work on that. And so we have here the green beans. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants of the green beans. The wind just devastated these plants. The leaves are still sensitive, you know. Look at that one. And on that one, this plant right there died, so there's only one. They have been producing, I have to tell you, here and there. There's, you know, there's still little baby green beans being produced. Not enough for dinner, not enough to eat a whole meal, but I'm gonna let them just continue to get established so that this one's not looking too good. Gonna keep feeding them and watering them. But this was my emergency shelter from the wind. As you saw, I need to pick that up, put it back. The wind was coming from that direction here. So I put the plastic, put the tarps, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, we are dispatching. We're butchering 4 ducks today, so there'll be less ducks in here. And hopefully I won't have to extend the run. They do go out and free range everywhere. But I'm thinking I will leave this for the I will leave this structure for when I start my seedlings for the plant sale. So when I'm hardening off the plants, they can live in here. So that's gonna be beneficial for that. What are you doing, Dexter? Are you digging holes? What you finding? One time, when we first moved here, I was excavating a big hole to plant I think it was a mulberry tree. So it was a pretty big hole, and I found a container, probably maybe 1.5 feet under the ground to almost, not too shallow, 1.5 to 2 feet. I was digging, my husband was at work, and there was a tote, like a Walmart tote, in the ground that had been there for a long time, and it had the lid on. I hit the top of the tub, the lid, and I was scared because I was like, what is this? So I didn't want to be like a dead body or something, so I called my husband, and he came running from work, because in his mind I had found some buried treasure that the previous owner had buried in here, because this house is from the 60s. It's a very old house. And he ran and he opened the container, and it was a deceased pet that the owners had probably dug in after he passed away. But yeah, it was like right around here actually. It was so funny. And then he went to work disappointed because it was just a dead pet, and we had to dispose of it. We threw it in the trash, so it had been there for a while. So yeah, it just reminded me when I saw Dexter digging the hole there. So anyways, I just wanted to show you the making of this. You know, you work with what you have. So a little greenhouse, shade house, maybe not really a greenhouse, shade house, to try to save these plants. But there's a lot more work that needs to be done. So Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.